So glad you're going to start your day with us. And we know it's early, and we know it's Wednesday, but we're almost through the week, so that's a good thing right there. So thank you for coming out. And hopefully the prizes and the specials you'll see in the store will really get you going this morning. First, I'd like to introduce you to our guests that are here with me on stage. They each had a major impact in bringing Piggly Wiggly to Newport News and getting it open so quickly. First, we have Mayor McKinley Price. We have Bert Harrell of Harrell & Harrell, and they're the owners of the store. We have Stan Lester, who's the interim CEO of Bayport Credit Union. We have our Vice Mayor, Tina Vick. And we have Councilwoman Sandra Cherry. And wow, we are extremely pleased to introduce Piggly Wiggly to the peninsula. I can't even say Piggly Wiggly without smiling. Come on, admit it. Say Piggly Wiggly a few times and see if you can keep from smiling. And some of you may not know it, but Mr. Pig, and if you haven't had your picture taken with him yet, it's truly an honor. But Mr. Pig is no stranger to Hampton Roads. Bert Harrell owns a location in Norfolk, successfully operating under the Piggly Wiggly brand since 2013. His family has been in the grocery business since 1954, so they've got tons and decades of experience. And I'm going to take you way back. If you're a native of Hampton Roads or have been here a while, you may remember the old Below grocery stores, and they were founded by Bert Harrell's grandfather. So the Harrell family is very familiar with our area, and they're looking forward to providing the quality, value, and service that this community wants and deserves. Yes. And Piggly Wiggly could not have come at a better time. As you've heard around town and in the news, and this is something I talk about every opportunity that I get, the city is awaiting a decision on a $30 million Choice Neighborhood Initiative implementation grant. And that grant would be from the Department of Housing and Urban Development. Keep your fingers crossed, everybody. We're supposed to hear any time, and believe me, when you hear, you will hear me and a number of other staff folks that have worked so hard on this. I see them in the crowd nodding and smiling. The C&I grant will aid in facilitating the redevelopment of the Marshall Ridley neighborhood and the surrounding area, including Brooks Crossing, where we're standing right now. And during HUD's recent site visit, citizens, city leaders, community partners, and stakeholders, they all showed their support for us and demonstrated that we are vested in the betterment of this community, and we will make it happen. Let me repeat, we will make that happen. And the Harrell's investment adds to the strength to our commitment to this community. So we thank you so much for what you're doing and helping us with this community. And now I'd like to ask Mayor Price to come forward and give us some remarks. Again, thank you.
Good morning. Good morning. And thank you, Cindy. And she's right about the hard work to win a Choice Neighborhoods Initiative grant from the Department of Housing and Urban Development. You know, Newport News is my home. And like many of you, I live in the Southeast community, where we know that the people are its greatest assets. Amen. This community has been a driving force in developing the transformation plan, which was submitted as part of the C&I grant application. Our citizens have led the way in setting the vision and developing the strategies for revitalizing the Marshall Ridley C&I neighborhood. Many of you remember when this area was once a thriving place to live, work, and shop. With improved housing, employment opportunities, early education, safety, and citizen empowerment, we have the power to make this community shine. My council colleagues and I are committed to transforming the Marshall Ridley C&I area. And let me introduce them and applaud them for their tireless efforts to make Newport News a place where great things are happening. Those present, please stand or wave. Vice Mayor Tina Vick, who is here on the stage with me. Again, Councilwoman Cherry. Councilman Burt Bateman, see him in the back here. Councilman Marcellus Harris, I saw him, there he is. Councilwoman Sharon Scott. Councilwoman Patricia Woodbury, I saw her. And I also want to introduce Councilman-elect Dave Jenkins, if he's here. All right. We are joined today by members of the Economic Development Authority who played a vital role in the creation of Brooks Crossing. Again, those present, please stand or wave. Gary Minter, Chair, I saw him. There he is. Cassandra Green, Vice Chair. Mary Aldrich. Alonzo Bell, I see him in the back here. Jonathan Skinner, right here. Jennifer Smith Brown. Jeff Veerhoff, there he is, tall guy in the back. Along with Florence Kingston, the Director and Development and Secretary-Treasurer of the EDA. Another vitally important part in Brooks Crossing is the Newport News Redevelopment and Housing Authority. Please wave if you're with us today. Bernice Berry is the Chair. Lou Call, Vice Chair. Oh, Bernice is here. Josephine Clark. Mark Hager, Gary Hunter, Kenneth Penrose, Lisa Wallace Davis, and Karen Wiles, our Executive Director. Also, as always, we want to recognize General Assembly and congressional elected officials and their representatives. And if you're present, please wave. Senator Tim Kaine, Senator Mark Warner, Representative Bobby Scott, she's representing, Senator Mamie Locke, Senator Monty Mason, Delegate Matthew James, Delegate Mike Mullen, my favorite delegate, Marcia Price, and Delegate David Yancey. Now, let's talk about what we're here today to celebrate. As Cindy noted, the Harrell family has been in the grocery store business at Hampton Roads for 64 years. Piggly Wiggly stores are a Southern grocery store icon founded in 1916. The company issues franchises to independently owned grocery stores operating in 530 communities across 17 states. So many people I meet have a fond Piggly Wiggly store recollection from their childhood. With this store, we get the best of both worlds. An independent, locally owned and controlled store backed by the power of a national franchise. A 102-year-old franchise that has name recognition and is highly respected. This is my home grocery store. I dig the pig. An important part of the community employment is access to financial services and building financial literacy. Bayport Credit Union was organized in 1928 and has played a significant role in the growth, security, and well-being of the Virginia Peninsula and the surrounding community. With over $1 billion in assets and 103,000 members, Bayports is committed to the credit union motto, people helping people. Bayport is my credit union. It is the place where I handle my financial needs. Yep, it feels right. This feels like home to me. All right, enough about me. I'd like to introduce Stan Lester, who serves as the interim Chief Executive Officer of Bayport Credit Union. Thank you.